Hi, my name is Nkululeko Simelane. I did my undergraduate degree in chemical engineering from the University of Pretoria and then went on to do my master's in quantitative risk management at the University of Cape Town. In high school, I really loved math and science, so I decided to do chemical engineering and then I worked for a consulting firm. My work was mostly research, but I wanted something more quantitative, so I went on to do my master's degree at the University of Cape Town, and I saw that finance really needs a lot of math and science and technical skills. My current role at ABSA, I'm part of the Global Markets GNA program, and it's a rotational program where you get the opportunity and exposure to rotate across different desks. And why the program sparked my interest is because you could learn what each and every desk does, from the sales side to the trading, as well as the structuring side. My first rotation was in derivative structuring, specifically looking at SA corporates. We used to structure bespoke products for them for their risk management purposes and balance sheet management. Currently looking at the interbank funding market as well as bond trading on a daily basis. So a typical day for me starts at 7:30. Because there's a lot of things that happen overnight in the market, so we need to be up and early to check what happened in the overnight market, and as well as to plan for the day subsequently. So the first thing that I do on the desk is check our risk, and if we're still within our risk limits, if the book needs cash, to make sure we have funding sources for that, as well as generally look at where liquidity comes for the market. No day is the same. There's always a new challenge. We have a lot of stakeholders as well that we need to keep track of. So you always need to be on your toes, and you always need to be aware of what you're doing, and there's a little room for error, but everyone on the floor is supportive, and they know we learn through mistakes, and everyone is supportive when you show initiative. And then our day ends, or the market closes at 5. After the market closes, we need to make sure that all our positions are cleared, and then we prepare for the next day. So I usually leave the office at around 7 p.m. and yeah, that's the day, but no day looks the same, and it's always exciting. You don't know what to expect. The challenges and highlights of my role so far, coming from a master's degree, it's really a jump moving on to the corporate, and just the daily routine as well. It's like waking up early in the morning, preparing and setting up your day properly. And then one of the challenges is that there's a lot of information to keep track of, and there's a lot of things that you don't know that you need to ask. So just learning every day really helps, but it does feel overwhelming sometimes. As long as you keep on learning, I think well, you should be fine. There's a lot of systems in place in the market, so learning each and every one of those systems was really a challenge, and the market changes all the time. So one of the challenges is keeping abreast with what's happening in the world and what's happening on each and every individual desk, and yeah, just making sure you keep track of all the numbers, because there's a lot of numbers to memorize and make sure you keep track of. The highlight for me started on my first rotation when I was in derivative structuring. I progressed really rapidly in my role as a structurer, to the point where in 3 months I had my own client, which was a small housing client, and we managed to close quite a big deal, which brought the bank some P&L. I think that was the biggest highlight for me. To unwind, it's really important to have something outside of work, because work does get hectic. So I enjoy playing five-a-side with my friends, and I've recently gotten into a sport called paddle tennis. So after work, with some friends, we go play paddle and just unwind and have chats. I'm also into my own personal trading, so sometimes I look at what the market has done in my own personal capacity, and I just trade for fun.